Hi everyone, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming. Hope you're doing well. Hey, we're going to take a look at a newer game that has come out. It's called Never Return. I've been looking for a Path of Exile type of game. The only problem I had with Path of Exile is pretty complicated for one, but also it's pretty gruesome and that type of thing. And so I found this game just came out a month or so ago. It's still, again, a newer game, and it's very much fashioned after Path of Exile, but it's kind of a PG version of that game. I love the artwork and the graphics in this game. They still got a few little bugs here and there to work out, but again, with a new game, you have to expect some of those things, and again, they're going to be adding to and working on the game as it continues to develop. So let's go ahead and take a look at Never Return at this time. Okay, everyone, here we are in Never Return. Let's go ahead and start the play here. I've already got a character that I've been working on. We're actually level 22 at this particular time. Again, you can create new characters with different builds and play, any particular character that you might want to at any particular time. Let's go ahead and get into the game here so you can see a little bit of what it's like. We're going to begin in a room that you have where you can go back to from time to time as you go through the dungeon. They have a teleport system that you can use and take you back to this room, and you can then unload all the gear and stuff that you have. Here's a look at all the stuff that I have picked up down in the dungeon here. And then here's my equipment that I have on my character at this particular time. Right now I have like a two-handed sword, and again, all the various pieces of armor. And of course, you're going to upgrade all of that as you find better pieces of armor, again, as you make your way through the dungeon from level to level. Let me show you some of the different stations that you have here in this particular room. Over here, you've got a place where you can take then your pieces of armor and equipment that you're not going to use, and you can salvage them. So I can just load them over into there, right? And I'm going to keep some of these higher pieces. Ooh, there's one that's quite a bit higher than the one I've got, so I certainly want to put that on. But anyway, you can load these over here, and then you can salvage them. And when you salvage them, you're going to get some soul stones and equipment crystal blue that you can use then to add to your gear and to do various other things with it. Also, you can convert, and you can take certain pieces of things and use them somehow. Again, some of the stuff I haven't quite figured out exactly how you use it, but again, you can convert, and you can drop a piece of equipment in there. I don't know if I've got anything. All right, so I can put this in there, and I don't know if I can convert it into roost stones, maybe, or something like that. That's what it does for you. But anyway, that's that piece of equipment. Over here, you got this little bookshelf. This has a lot of kind of goals that you have as you go through the game. Acquire 10,000 soul stones. And so I get 200 soul stones for meeting that milestone. So I'll collect those, add those to mine. But you'll get some of those as you progress through the dungeon. Now, over here at this furnace, you take some different soul stones. This is a soul heart, soul script, and soul fire. I don't have any soul fires right now, but you need one of each at least to make various pieces of equipment. And depending on how many you use of the various stones will determine when you smelt it whether you're going to get a common, rare, or epic, or even legendary piece of equipment. And of course, the legendary is the soul fire, and so the more of those I use to smelt with, the higher the percentage will be that it will end up being a legendary piece of equipment. And all of these have different features and stuff. You'll have to do some research, and all of these windows or all of these places have a little icon that you can hit, and it'll tell you more about what you do here at this particular place. Over here then we have your armor that you have on at the present time, and all of mine is locked. I can't load or add anything to it, but you can add rune stones to your armor to increase its abilities and stuff. Over here is your talent tree or skill tree, You can see it's a pretty massive tree that they have. I've been following the double two-handed melee weapon type build along with armor, and so my guy's kind of a tank character, I guess. But you go down through and you'll have to click the various talents as you I got 3 talents I can unlock at this time, and then on each particular talent that you get, like nimble here, I can add to it. See, it's got 2 out of 20, so I got 20 upgrades that I can do to this particular setting here. And notice here it's a weapon attack speed of plus 4%. Well, if I click on that and use 90 soul stones, I can upgrade that. Now we're at 4.5. If I use 110 soul stones, now I can upgrade it to 5%. And so you can do that with each of these. On some of the talents, you can then has a plus sign on it, and then you can take a stone that you get and you can add that to that, and that will of course increase its efficiency as well. And I've done that on a few of these. And so anyway, you can develop this tree in a lot of different ways, and you can see how you might have several different characters and develop the characters differently. One might be a mage, one might be an archer, and then other ways that you can go about developing your particular character. So all of that's there. You got bunk beds where you can sleep and rest. You've got a weapons rack over here. I don't have any weapons on it right now. I'm not too sure how to use that yet at this particular time. And then you've got your storage chest here that you can fill up, and you can even buy to increase the number of things that you can store in here. So far, I've just been keeping a few weapons that are and pieces of armor that are close to what I have on, so that if I ever died and had to return here and lose everything, I would have a spare set of stuff to go back into the dungeon with. With that being said, let's go here and talk to this guy, and he will take us back down into the dungeon. All right, I want to head straight down. You can challenge this character. I have not tried to do it yet. I was afraid he might kill me or something, so I haven't tried to fight him. But anyway, let's go back down into the dungeon. Now you get a choice where you want to go, and so every 5 floors, it looks like, you get to choose to go back to that particular floor or the last floor you were at. So I'm at floor 18 at this particular time, and so let's go ahead and teleport down there and give you an idea of the combat and the way some of the dungeon looks. And the dungeon changes over time as well, so let's get into the fight here, see what kind of damage we can do. I had picked up a new weapon here just recently. It's a two-handed sword, but it was a better weapon than I had been using. And so anyway, it's not too difficult here. Of course, they'll drop things, and of course the different color items are higher level items, and you can go through and pick which ones you want and which ones you don't, and continue, and then trade them out with the equipment that you have. For instance, a minute ago we pointed out that this one right here, this chest armor, is higher than what I've got, 231 versus 213, and so let me go ahead and switch that out. So I've got it on now. And so that raises my defense abilities. So you want to check that as you go from room to room and trade out pieces of equipment that you want. Also, you'll find chests in the dungeons, and they'll have pieces of equipment as well. And so again, some of these are weapons and armor. Other pieces are things down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You'll notice I've got some things here that I can use, like this one on my screen right now, this fireball. I could use that and put that down there. You'll have 5 different items that you can move from item to item. Some of these are potions, some of them are bombs and stuff that you can use and throw and use against your opponents here. Let's go on down here. Let me throw one out. Okay, yep. Get that bomb out. And so let's get to the attack here. get kind of wild in the attack, but anyway, some of these guys, you know, are like archers, or they throw bombs at you. I've been affected by something. I think I got into that. They got traps ever so often that you have to watch out for as well. Now, watch this particular setting. Again, down on the bottom left-hand corner, you see that skeleton, and this is a skeleton warrior that I can add that will fight the battle with me. And so there he goes. He's going to go into battle, and so we'll jump in there with him. And there's a wolf too. Okay, there's a wolf. Guys. So let's get I jump around quite a bit. Oh, we got the notice of somebody. These big guys are a lot stronger than some of the other characters that we've been fighting. Alright, we can get him. We got him. Got him on the run. There's my knight, or my skeleton guys. Gotten taken out already. Oh, there I got iced up. Oh, somebody's preventing me from getting around here yet. Oh, he's in here. Alright. There's a wizard here. Yeah, I see him. Oh, he turned himself into a wolf. You can do that too. You can get a potion that will change you into a wolf or a bear, and they'll have increased strength or increased fighting abilities, and so you can use them then to fight your opponents with. And so again, pick up all this equipment that you can. Of course, after a while, you'll have to leave the not so good equipment behind and just get the good stuff as you go through. Every once in a while, you'll come across different things like a campfire here, and you can take advantage of that, and it'll increase your stamina. And so you can do that for a little bit here before you go on into the next room. But I love the artwork again. This type of artwork here that you see, and there's different settings as you go through these dungeons. You'll have things like this that will you can use to bind your equipment to you. And so if there's a good piece of equipment that you don't want to lose in case you die, you can get that bound to you, and you will keep it even if you do die. And so it costs you some soul stones though to do that. Again, there's a lot of other features like that you're going to run across as you go through the game. But anyway, hopefully it gives you an idea a little bit about this game. Again, it's a new game. It's still being worked on. From what I understand, there's only like 60 levels or something like that you have available at the moment. But I understand they're going to increase that to a couple hundred or something like that. So anyway, they're going to be adding to the game as it continues to develop. And so looking forward to seeing how this game is going to turn out. But I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So hopefully, if you like a PoE type of game, this is kind of a PG level of that type of game, and so it might be something that you might be interested in developing a character and going into these dungeons and exploring and finding new pieces of equipment and stuff to build up your character. So anyway, thought I'd give you a look at Never Return here. Well, again, hope you enjoyed this look at Never Return. If you did, certainly push like for the video, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel as I continue to add to it from time to time. Also, would ask you to join me over on Twitch, and we do some live content throughout the week. And so Cajun01, look me up there and join us for some live content sometime. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you'll come back and join us again. But for now, this is Cajun with Cajun Gaming saying, we'll see you later.